When Jackie and Shadow leave their nest high in the Jeffrey Pine, they're not just going for a casual flight around Big Bear Lake. They're engaging in one of nature's most sophisticated hunting operations, a display of physical and mental prowess that's been refined over millions of years of evolution. What happens when these magnificent bald eagles go hunting is nothing short of extraordinary, and the skills they employ would put even the most advanced human technology to shame. Let's start with what might be the most insane aspect of eagle hunting: their vision. When we talk about eagle eyes, we're not just using a figure of speech. Bald eagles possess visual capabilities that are almost impossible for humans to comprehend. While a person with perfect 20/20 vision can see clearly at distances we consider normal, eagles have 24 or 25 vision, meaning they can see 4 or 5 times farther than the average person. To put this in perspective, a bald eagle can spot prey the size of a rabbit 3 miles away. Think about that for a moment. 3 miles. That's the distance from one end of Big Bear Lake to nearly the other. Imagine standing at the dam and being able to clearly see a small rabbit hopping around near Fawnskin. That's what Jackie and Shadow experience every time they scan their territory. Eagle eyes are so huge they fill most of the skull, and they're packed with specialized structures that make this incredible vision possible. The secret lies in their retinal structure. Eagles have what's called a double fovea, 2 areas of extremely high visual acuity in each eye. One fovea is for looking forward with binocular vision, giving them exceptional depth perception. The other is angled to the side, providing monocular vision with an incredibly wide field of view. Eagles have a 340-degree field of view compared to our measly 180 degrees. This means they can see almost completely around themselves without moving their head. But it's not just about distance and field of view. Eagles' eyes are dense with photoreceptors that create sharp vision, allowing them to notice the subtle movements of fish more easily than humans can. When Shadow is soaring 200 feet above Big Bear Lake, he's not just looking for fish in general. He's watching for the tiny flash of scales, the slight disturbance on the water's surface, the shadow of a trout moving beneath the ripples. His vision can detect color variations and movements that would be completely invisible to human eyes at that distance. Now, once Jackie or Shadow spots their prey, the real performance begins. Bald eagles are what biologists call sit-and-wait predators. Unlike active hunters that constantly pursue prey, eagles are patient and strategic. You'll often see them perched on what the nest cam community calls the lookout snag tree or the roost tree, just sitting there, seemingly doing nothing. But they're not idle. They're scanning, calculating, waiting for the perfect opportunity. Eagles maximize hunting success by perching along open water and scanning with their keen eyesight for the opportunity to grab a live fish, watching for other scavengers like ravens at carrion sources and usurping them, or observing other avian predators to successfully capture prey and chasing them to force them to drop it. This last technique, called kleptoparasitism or piracy, might seem unsportsmanlike, but in the wild, efficiency matters more than fairness. Why expend energy catching fish when you can steal from a seagull that's already done the hard work? When they do hunt actively, the speed and power involved is breathtaking. Eagles can reach diving speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour when they spot prey. Picture Shadow spotting a fish from his perch, launching himself into the air and diving at highway speeds toward the water. The precision required for this maneuver is astronomical. He needs to calculate the fish's speed and direction, account for wind conditions, adjust for the refraction of light through water that makes the fish appear to be in a slightly different location than it actually is, and time his talon strike to the split second. And those talons, they're the ultimate weapon. Speculation puts eagle grip strength at up to 400 pounds per square inch, about 5 times that of a human. When Shadow's talons close around a fish, it's over instantly. The pressure is constant and intense, described by researchers who've been accidentally grabbed during banding operations as requiring 2 people to pry the talons away. Each foot has 4 toes armed with curved, razor-sharp talons that can be up to 2 inches long. They're perfectly designed to pierce, grip, and hold onto slippery, struggling prey.
Here's where it gets even more impressive. Unlike ospreys, which are specialized fish eaters with barbed toe pads and reversible outer toes, bald eagles don't have these fish-specific adaptations. They have standard raptor feet, which means they're generalist predators. This makes their fishing success even more remarkable. They've become expert anglers without the specialized equipment their osprey cousins possess. The actual fishing technique is a marvel to watch. When Shadow dives for a fish, he extends his legs forward and down, talons spread wide. At the last possible second, he pulls his wings back to slow just enough, then strikes the water with his feet, grabbing the fish in a fraction of a second. If the fish is small enough, he'll immediately pull up and fly away. But if it's a larger fish, something fascinating happens. Eagles can actually swim. They'll use their wings like oars, paddling to shore or to shallow water where they can get better purchase to take off with their heavy catch. Big Bear Lake provides ideal habitat for this kind of hunting. The lake is stocked regularly with rainbow trout and also supports populations of brown trout, largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, catfish, crappie, and bluegill. The water is clear enough for eagles to see fish near the surface, but the lake is also deep enough that fish populations remain healthy year-round. The surrounding Jeffrey pine forest provides perfect perching spots with clear sightlines to the water. It's no wonder Jackie and Shadow are year-round residents rather than seasonal migrants. Why leave when you have access to an all-you-can-eat buffet? But fish aren't the only thing on the menu. Bald eagles are incredibly opportunistic feeders with a diverse diet. Jackie and Shadow also hunt waterfowl like ducks and geese, especially during migration seasons when Big Bear becomes a stopover for numerous bird species. They'll take small mammals like rabbits, squirrels, and muskrats. They're not above eating carrion either. A dead deer or other large animal provides an easy meal, and eagles have powerful beaks perfectly designed for tearing flesh and accessing nutrients from carcasses. This dietary flexibility is part of what makes them such successful predators. Benjamin Franklin famously criticized the bald eagle for being lazy and unsuitable as a national symbol, specifically because of their scavenging habits. But from an evolutionary standpoint, this adaptability is brilliant. Why risk injury hunting live prey when perfectly good nutrition is available from carrion? Energy conservation is survival in the wild. The hunting partnership between Jackie and Shadow is particularly interesting to observe. While they typically hunt solo, there are times when they coordinate their efforts. Researchers have documented pairs of eagles hunting waterfowl in tandem, with one bird circling to drive ducks into diving repeatedly, while the other waits to ambush them when they resurface exhausted and disoriented. Whether Jackie and Shadow employ this specific technique isn't documented, but their years together have certainly taught them to work as a team. Now, let's talk about what happens after a successful hunt. When Shadow returns to the nest with a fish, you'll often notice something called a full crop. Eagles can store up to 2 pounds of food in their crop, an expandable part of their esophagus where they can store and soften food. This bulge in the front of their chest looks almost comical, like they've stuffed a tennis ball under their feathers, but it serves a crucial purpose. If there's a shortage of prey, eagles can survive off the extra food in their crop for a day or two. This ability to store food is especially important during incubation and chick rearing, when one parent needs to stay at the nest while the other hunts. An adult bald eagle needs about half a pound to 1 pound of food per day to maintain their health, but they don't necessarily need to eat that much every single day, thanks to the crop's storage capacity. During nesting season, however, the food requirements skyrocket. With hungry eaglets in the nest, Jackie and Shadow can be delivering multiple pounds of fish daily. One of the most important adaptations for their aquatic hunting lifestyle is their feathers. Eagles spend a lot of time around water, often getting wet during fishing strikes. Their feathers are naturally somewhat waterproof thanks to oils from the uropygial gland, also called the preen gland, located at the base of their tail. When you see Jackie or Shadow preening, running their beak through their feathers, they're not just grooming, they're distributing these oils across their plumage, maintaining the waterproofing that keeps them from getting waterlogged.
Eagles have approximately 7,200 feathers, which remarkably weigh about twice as much as their entire skeleton. Each feather serves a purpose, from the large primary flight feathers that provide thrust and lift to the soft down feathers that provide insulation. The overlapping structure of their feathers create a barrier against water while still allowing air circulation. After a fishing strike that gets them wet, they'll often perch and spread their wings to dry, looking like they're posing for a dramatic photograph. Speaking of flight, eagles are capable of soaring to incredible altitudes. While they typically hunt and travel at lower elevations, bald eagles have been documented flying at heights of up to 10,000 feet. At these altitudes, they're using thermal currents, rising columns of warm air, to gain elevation without expending energy. They'll spread their wings, which can span 6 to 7.5 feet, and simply ride the thermals upward in lazy circles. This ability to soar efficiently is crucial for covering their large territory without burning excessive calories. When they want to travel quickly, eagles can fly at speeds of 30 to 35 miles per hour in level flight, but they can push much faster when needed. There are documented cases of eagles being clocked at over 90 miles per hour in powered flight. Their wings are built for power rather than the extreme agility of smaller raptors like falcons or accipiters, but what they lack in maneuverability, they make up for in strength and endurance. The territorial behaviors of Jackie and Shadow are another crucial aspect of their hunting strategy. Eagles are fiercely protective of their territory because it represents their food source, their nesting site, and their survival. The territory around their nest likely encompasses several square miles, including significant portions of Big Bear Lake and the surrounding forest. When intruders appear, whether other eagles, hawks, or even ravens, Jackie and Shadow respond aggressively. You've probably seen footage of Jackie chasing away ravens that get too close to the nest. These aren't just casual pursuits. Shadow will launch from his perch and actively chase the intruding bird, sometimes for considerable distances, making sure the message is clear: this territory is taken. When larger threats appear, like other eagles, both Jackie and Shadow may engage, performing aerial displays, vocalizing loudly, and if necessary, engaging in actual combat. These territorial disputes serve multiple purposes beyond just protecting food sources. They also protect the nest site from competitors and establish dominance hierarchies among the local eagle population. During winter, when Big Bear sees an influx of migrating eagles, territorial enforcement becomes even more important. 12 to 15 eagles might be in the valley, and Jackie and Shadow need to make it clear that this particular piece of prime real estate belongs to them. Friends of Big Bear Valley, the nonprofit organization that operates the nest cam, also monitors for conservation threats in the area. One issue they watch for is fishing line entanglements. Discarded fishing line can wrap around eagles' legs or wings, causing serious injury or death. There have been instances where Jackie or Shadow has returned to the nest with fishing line trailing from their talons, and remarkably, they've managed to resolve these issues themselves, working the line free with their beaks. But not all eagles are so lucky, which is why proper disposal of fishing line is crucial for anyone fishing Big Bear Lake. Lead poisoning from fishing tackle and ammunition is another serious threat that FOBVV monitors. Eagles often scavenge fish that have broken off from lines, still carrying lead sinkers or hooks. They also feed on carrion from animals shot with lead ammunition. Lead is highly toxic to eagles, affecting their nervous system and often proving fatal. Conservation efforts are pushing for the switch to non-lead alternatives to protect not just eagles, but all wildlife.
The habitat itself requires ongoing protection. Big Bear Lake's water quality, fish populations, and forest health all directly impact Jackie and Shadow's ability to hunt successfully. Climate change is altering weather patterns, potentially affecting fish populations and prey availability. Human development and recreation around the lake need to be balanced with wildlife conservation. This is why areas near the nest are closed during nesting season, and why organizations like FOBBV work tirelessly to educate the public about responsible wildlife viewing.
What we're witnessing through the nest cam when we see Shadow return with a fish or Jackie defending the nest from ravens isn't just entertainment, it's a masterclass in predatory excellence. Every successful hunt represents millions of years of evolutionary refinement. The vision system that can spot a rabbit 3 miles away, the flight mechanics that allow 90-mile-per-hour pursuits, the talons that can exert 400 pounds of pressure, the waterproof feathers, the strategic intelligence to employ different hunting techniques for different prey, all of it comes together in these magnificent birds. Jackie and Shadow are apex predators sitting at the top of their food chain, playing a crucial role in maintaining ecosystem balance. By controlling fish populations, scavenging carrion, and regulating populations of smaller predators and prey animals, they contribute to the overall health of the Big Bear Valley ecosystem. The next time you watch the nest cam and see Shadow arrive with a freshly caught trout, or Jackie launch from her perch to chase away an intruding hawk, remember that you're witnessing skills that would be considered superhuman if possessed by people. These eagles are living examples of nature's incredible ability to craft perfect predators, and Big Bear Lake provides the ideal stage for their remarkable hunting prowess to unfold before our eyes. From their impossible vision to their devastating talons, from their patient hunting strategies to their powerful flight capabilities, Jackie and Shadow embody everything that makes bald eagles such extraordinary hunters. And thanks to conservation efforts and the dedication of organizations like Friends of Big Bear Valley, we have the privilege of watching these skills in action every single day from the comfort of our screens. That's not just entertainment, that's a gift.